Governor Corzine's panel on immigration rights might recommend the state offer driving privileges to undocumented residents. Proponents believe driver privilege cards would increase road safety, but others claim the move just rewards those here illegally. One argument for issuing driver's licenses to undocumented individuals is public safety. The logic? Many of the estimated 450,000 people living in New Jersey without papers are driving to work anyway. So why not increase the odds that they are trained drivers with registration and insurance?
Some of the pros that I could see would essentially be that you'd be able to track people. If they're in a motor vehicle accident, you'd have a valid address for them, where they live. They would probably be more inclined to register and insure a vehicle.
Some maintain the cards would allow this population to get to work legally. According to a recent Rutgers University report, immigrants make up 28% of the state workforce, and 1/3 of them are undocumented. But would someone here without a social security number apply for a driver privilege card, different from a driver's license?
It would be like wearing a scarlet letter in terms of being an undocumented immigrant and having to show this license. So I would propose, my proposal would be to just make the licenses the same as everyone else's.
The governor has not seen the recommendations yet, and panel members will not confirm that the final draft of the large document on immigrant rights includes driver cards. But the idea already has people upset.
You're increasing the problem. You're making the state, you're making it easier and more palatable for people that are crossing the southern borders to say, hey, why don't I go live in New Jersey? You're making it easier and easier to breed a problem.
It's not just the southern borders, right?
Well, it's not just the southern borders, but the more you want to give to a population that shouldn't be here, the easier and the more reason that they have to come to the state. Okay, and remember, it's borne on the backs of the taxpayers.
A similar proposal was abandoned in New York. The reason? Public outcry. We'll see how far this controversial recommendation goes in a gubernatorial election year.
I think everybody should be held to the same standard. And if you want a driving privilege, then you should have to go through the motions like everybody else in this country.
Diane from Morristown didn't want us to use her last name.
I think if it was me and I was going into another country to get a job for a temporary time, I would definitely want to have the freedom to have transportation back and forth to work. So I guess I'm in favor of it.
The Immigrant Rights Report could be released next month.